money into another account, then quickly split it into smaller amounts. They contacted someone, a lawyer, I assumed, to ask about gifting taxes and how to hide certain transactions. They spoke to each other on the phone, excited, laughing, planning how they would use the money. I had recordings of everything. Later that afternoon, they called me. My mother's voice was unusually cheerful, sugar-sweet in a way she only used when she was lying. She invited me over for a birthday surprise, insisting it was something special. I agreed, masking my voice to sound clueless and grateful. I wanted to see what act they would put on now that they believed themselves to be newly wealthy. When I walked into their living room, they were already dressed as if they were attending a celebration. There were balloons, a cake, and my father awkwardly holding a small gift bag as if it were a prop in a badly rehearsed play. I knew the moment I walked in that they were trying to appear innocent. They even pretended not to know anything about the missing money. Instead, they tried to give me a cheap watch as my birthday gift. The irony almost made me laugh. I asked them casually if they had noticed anything unusual with their accounts lately. Their eyes flickered, just for a second, panic covered by a forced smile. My father muttered something about normal days and tried to change the subject. That was when I played the first recording. Their voices discussing my account, the passwords they thought they had guessed on their own, and their plan to take what's rightfully ours. Everything stopped. My mother's hand froze midair. My father's face went pale. They didn't speak for a full minute. Then they tried to deny everything, but the evidence was too solid, too detailed. When they realized there was no way out, the excuses came, claims that they deserved the money because they were my parents, that they had sacrificed, for me, that it was their right to take what they believed belonged to them. I let them talk. I let them unravel. Finally, when the lies exhausted themselves, I told them the truth. The $2.3 million they stole wasn't my real savings. It was bait. And every step they took, every transaction, every call, every login was recorded and secured. I told them I had already contacted legal counsel and that every piece of evidence was stored in multiple locations. They didn't just attempt theft, they completed it. They fell into the trap exactly as I expected. My parents didn't apologize. They didn't show remorse. They showed fear, the fear of being caught, not the fear of hurting their own child. That was the moment I realized whatever illusion of family I had been holding onto was long gone. I walked out of their house that evening not with anger, but with clarity. I knew exactly who they were, and I knew exactly who I no longer needed to be for them.